Hamlet, Act Scene 1, line-by-line explanation. Opening, the gravediggers. Is she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation? The gravedigger asks if Ophelia deserves a Christian burial since she apparently committed suicide. Salvation is used ironically to mean death. If this had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out o' Christian burial. If Ophelia were not a noblewoman, she would not receive Christian burial rites. Criticism of class privilege. The crowner hath sat on her, and finds it Christian burial. The coroner ruled her death accidental, allowing burial in sacred ground. Suggests law bends for the powerful. Hamlet and Horatio enter. Has this fellow no feeling of his business? Hamlet is shocked that the gravedigger sings while digging a grave. He feels death should be treated seriously. Custom hath made in him a property of easiness. Horatio replies, habit has made the gravedigger emotionally insensitive to death. That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. Hamlet reflects that the skull once belonged to a living person, shows how life turns into lifeless matter. Why may not that be the skull of a lawyer? Hamlet imagines the skull belonged to a lawyer who once used clever arguments. Death destroys intelligence, power, and profession alike. Where be his quiddities now? Quiddities, clever legal arguments. Hamlet mocks how all worldly skills vanish after death. The skull of Yorick. Whose grave's this, sirrah? Hamlet asks whose grave is being dug. Mine, sir. Gravedigger jokes, it will be his one day. I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in't. Hamlet plays on the word lie, to lie down, to tell lies. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Hamlet recognizes the skull as Yorick, the king's jester. Emotional moment. Hamlet remembers childhood joy. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. Yorick was witty and joyful. Even joy cannot escape death. Where be your jibes now? Hamlet asks where Yorick's jokes are now. Death silences all laughter. Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay. Hamlet reflects that even Julius Caesar becomes dust. Greatness is meaningless against death. Might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Caesar's dust could be used to plug a wall, powerful image of human decay. The funeral procession. What ceremony else? Hamlet notices the funeral lacks full rites, indicates the dead person is suspected of suicide. This doth betoken the course they followed did with desperate hand for to its own life. Hamlet realizes the burial is incomplete because the person took her own life. The fair Ophelia. Hamlet finally realizes Ophelia is dead. Shock and grief overwhelm him. Laertes is grief. What ceremony else? Laertes protests against the limited funeral rites. Lay her I the earth. Laertes demands immediate burial. O treble woe fall 10 times treble on that cursed head whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Laertes curses the personlet responsible for Ophelia's madness and death. Laertes leaps into the grave, shows raw, uncontrollable grief. Hamlet reveals himself. What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? Hamlet wonders who can grieve so intensely. This is I, Hamlet the Dane. Hamlet openly reveals his identity. No more hiding or pretending. I loved Ophelia. Hamlet declares his love publicly. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. Hamlet claims his love was greater than that of thousands of brothers, confirms his feelings were genuine. The fight. Hamlet and Laertes wrestle in Ophelia's grave, symbolizes misdirected anger and tragic misunderstanding. After the fight, hear you, sir, what is the reason that you use me thus? Hamlet asks Laertes why he hates him so much. What wilt thou do for her? Hamlet challenges Laertes' emotional display. Woot weep, woot fight. Hamlet mocks exaggerated grief, shows his own emotional honesty now. End of the scene. Hamlet regains control. He admits he acted rashly, shows maturity and acceptance of fate. Key meanings of the scene. Death is inevitable. All humans are equal in death. Hamlet accepts mortality. Love and grief drive tragedy. Preparation for final catastrophe.